We'll now hear our Holy Father's words.
Cari fratelli e sorelle, buongiorno.
Dear brothers and sisters, good day.
Il Vangelo di questa domenica
This Sunday's Gospel reading consists of the final verses of the chapter that Matthew devotes to the parable of the kingdom of heaven. The passage includes 3 parables that are very briefly outlined: that of the treasure hidden in the field, that of the precious pearl, or the pearl of great price, and that of the net cast into the sea.
Mi soffermo sulle prime due.
I will look at the first 2, in which the kingdom of heaven is compared to 2 different precious items, namely the treasure hidden in the field and the pearl of great value. The reaction of the one who finds the pearl or the treasure is practically the same. The man and the merchant sell everything to buy what is now most dear to them. With these 2 similes, Jesus proposes to involve us in the building of the kingdom of heaven, presenting one of its essential characteristics of the Christian life. Those who fully pledge themselves to the kingdom are those who are willing to stake everything. They're courageous. Indeed, both the man and the merchant in these 2 parables sell everything they have, thus renouncing their material security. From this, it can be understood that the building of the kingdom requires not only God's grace, but also the active willingness of humanity. God's grace is necessary, but also our active willingness. Grace does everything, but my own responsibility is also required, my willingness. And we are responsible for this. The man's gestures and that of the merchant who seek to buy more precious treasures, depriving themselves of their goods, are decisive and radical gestures. I would say that they are gestures of leaving and not of leaving and then coming back. Moreover, they are gestures made with joy because both of them have found treasure. We are called to assume the attitude of these 2 gospel figures so that we too may become healthily restless seekers of the kingdom of heaven. It is a matter of abandoning the heavy burden of our worldly sureties that prevent us from searching and building up the kingdom. The covetousness for possession, the thirst for profit and power, and thinking only of ourselves. In our times, we all know this, some people's lives can end up mediocre and dull because they probably do not go in search of real treasure. They are content with attractive but fleeting things, whose bright lights prove illusory as they give way to darkness. Instead, the light of the kingdom is not like fireworks, it's light. Fireworks last only an instant. The light of the kingdom will accompany you your whole life. The kingdom of heaven is the opposite of the superfluous things that the world offers, the opposite of a dull life. It is a treasure that renews life every day and leads it to extend towards wider horizons. Indeed, those who have found this treasure Have a creative and inquisitive heart, which does not repeat, but rather invents, tracing and setting out on new paths, which lead us to love God, to love others, and to truly love ourselves. The sign of those who walk along this path of the kingdom is creativity, always trying to do more. And creativity is that which takes life and gives life, always gives and gives, always looks for many other ways of giving life. Jesus, who is the hidden treasure and the pearl of great value, cannot but inspire joy, all the joy of the world, the joy of discovering a meaning in life, the joy of committing oneself to the adventure of holiness. May the Blessed Virgin help us to search every day for the treasure of the kingdom of heaven, so that the love God has given us through Jesus may be manifested in our words and gestures.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Santa Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ecce ancilla Domini.
Fiat mi secundum verbum tuum.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Et verbum caro factum est.
Et habitavit in nobis.
Ave Maria, gratia plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tui mulieribus et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus.
Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostre. Amen.
Ora pro nobis Santa Dei Genitris.
Udini e ficiamo promissionibus Christi.
Grazie a Tu, quesumus Domine, mentibus nostris infunde, che Angelo Nunziante, Christi Filii Tui, incarnazione coniovim, per passione meius et crucem, a resurrezione gloriam perducamur, per Christum Dominum nostrum.
Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Gloria Patri et Filio et Spiritui Sancto.
Sic ut erat in principio et nunc et semper et in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
Pro fidelibus defunctis, requiem aeternam dona eis Domine.
Et lux perpetua lucet eis.
Requiescant in pace.
Amen.
Sit nomen Domini benedictum.
Ex hoc nunc et usque in saeculum.
Aiutorium nostrum in nomine Domini.
Qui fecit caelum et terram.
Benedicat vos, omnipotens Deus, Pater, et Filius, et Spiritus Sanctus. Amen. Cari fratelli e sorelle,
Dear brothers and sisters,
nella memoria dei santi Gioacchino e Anna,
as we remember Saints Joachim and Anne, the grandparents of Jesus, I would like to invite the young to make an act of tenderness towards the elderly, especially those who are the most alone in their houses or residences, those who for many months have not seen their dear ones. Dear young people, each one of these elderly could be a grandparent. Don't leave them alone. Use the fantasy of love. Call them, video call them, send them messages, listen to them. And where it is possible, in respect to the health norms, go and visit them. Give them a hug. Send them a hug. They are your roots. A tree that's not attached to its roots does not grow. It doesn't
Per questo è
flourish
importante
with flowers or fruit. And for this, it is important.
l'unione, il collegamento con le
Union
vostre radici.
and connection with your
Quello che
roots.
l'albero ha di fiorito viene
Those
di quello che ha di sotterrato.
the
Dice
fruit,
un
the
poeta
tree
della
that
mia patria.
bears fruit is because it has
questo
roots.
Vi invito
And
a fare
that's
un
from a
applauso
poem
grande
from
ai
a
nostri
poet
nonni,
from
tutti.
Argentina. And so now he's asking everyone to applaud grandparents.
Ho appreso che un nuovo cessate il fuoco riguardante l'area del Donbass è stato
And
recentemente deciso a
he's
Minsk
applauding
dai
a
membri
recent
del
ceasefire.
gruppo di contatto trilaterale. Mentre ringrazio per
While
questo
I am
segno di
thankful for
buona
this sign
volontà
of goodwill,
volto a riportare la tanto desiderata pace
I
in quella martoriata regione,
He's hoping that
prego
peace may
perché
come back to this
quanto
martyred
concordato
region so
sia
that what
finalmente
has been agreed
messo
on
in
might
pratica,
finally be put into
anche
practice,
attraverso un effettivo
even
processo
through
di
an
disarmo
effective
e di rimozione
process
delle
of
mine.
disarmament
Solo così
and
si
removal
potrà
of
ricostruire la
mines. Only in
fiducia
this way
e
will
porre
trust
le
be
premesse per
will be
riconciliazione tanto
found so that
necessaria e
a
tanto attesa
reconciliation
della
process can
popolazione.
take place.
Saluto di cuore tutti voi,
I greet
romani e pellegrini in
all
vari
of you from my
paesi.
heart, those of you from
In
Rome and
particolare
pilgrims
saluto
from
i fedeli
various
di Franca,
countries.
Brasile.
I greet in particular the
C'è la
faithful of
bandiera lì.
Franca, Brazil. I see the flag
I
there.
giovani dell'archidiocesi di Modena,
The young
Nonantola,
people of the Archdiocese of Modena,
e quelli della
Nonantola,
parrocchia
and those of the
di Santo
parish
Fabiano
of
e Venanzio di Roma.
Saints Fabian and
Questi
Venanzio
sono
of
rumorosi,
Rome. These
si
are
fanno sentire.
loud. They make themselves heard.
A tutti auguro
I wish
una
all
buona
of you
domenica.
a blessed Sunday.
Per favore, non dimenticatevi
Please
di pregare per me.
do not forget to pray for me.
Buon pranzo e arrivederci.
Have a good lunch and arrivederci, our Holy Father's signature closing, one will never be able to forget. And with this, we also end the live broadcast of the noonday recitation of the Angelus with Pope Francis from here in St. Peter's Square on this 17th Sunday of Ordinary Time. We'll be back next Sunday at the same time for the same transmission of the Angelus. I invite all of you to visit the Vatican News web portal, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube accounts for coverage of today's Angelus, as well as other Vatican and world news. On behalf of Vatican Media, I'm Sister Bernadette. It's been a pleasure providing the English language texts and translations, and I'd also like to thank all of the technicians who've made this broadcast possible, and most importantly, to all of you for joining us. Laudetur Jesus Christus. Praised be Jesus Christ. God bless you all.